Was the thought?
You could,
Well,
you could stay for dinner if you like.
oh, I'd love to. I have to meet a friend for dinner, but I will stay sometime.
Okay.
I'd love that.
Well, I keep forgetting that this is Friday. I'm going to probably have to cancel some stuff for next week because I'm not sure what's happening with the other, who's coming when.
Yeah, with because of the OT for your health.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and there's no question it's not what it ought to be, but and the foot problem is there. There's no question of it. It's not something that is easily correctable.
right.
So but that's a physical one. It's not,
Well, and you just really have to take it one step at a time.
Kobe's friend has more of those tattoos than you can imagine.
Oh, yes. Well, this is my company brand. It's Hearts Connecting. I took the design from when I was in Spain the first time with my daughter, and this is a Celtic mystical symbol for women. And then this is a map from France all the way to Santiago in Spain. This is the trail of the Camino. So this is
What's the Camino?
It's a spiritual pilgrimage.
Oh.
It used to be a Catholic pilgrimage. Before the Catholic pilgrimage, it was a pagan pilgrimage. It's 500 miles.
And you go on it every year?
I went on it for 3 years and volunteered the last. And you walk it, you have your backpack and you walk it.
How's the weather been?
I walked twice in fall and walked once in spring and volunteered in spring. I prefer the fall. One man I knew walked it in the winter months when everything's closed and it's up the mountains in snow. Not for me.
No, that's risky.
So it's pretty funny because my kids have tattoos, and I said I was never going to have tattoos. But this was, I walked in 2013. This was all what I did in my 50s, and it was important to me. And now I'm through it.
Kobe's girlfriend is tattooed. Now in Judaism, scarification is forbidden. And but as they say, in some of the people who are returning to the faith after,
Right.
have tattoos, and it's difficult to get rid of them.
Well, you can get rid of them. It's just very painful.
Yes, I know, and because friends on the just across the street from this block, but on the other side, the husband was in the Coast Guard, and you couldn't, with a tattoo, you couldn't be an officer.
Oh. Well, just to let you know, my daughter is now in management in Boeing, and she has tattoos.
Oh, that doesn't make any difference
But
there.
and my brother is high up in his tech company. You just hide the tattoos. You hide them because in corporate America, it's still not acceptable.
It's a lot of places it isn't, but Kobe's girlfriend Althea has tattoos
All over?
Yes. I wouldn't go through that.
It's painful. It's I think childbirth was more painful, but childbirth is interesting because it's a force that takes over you. So it's different. You can't really compare it. This, somebody was sitting there, putting it into my skin. But it was kind of fun because all my daughters came with me. And so it was I have 3 daughters, so it was a mother-daughter bonding with her kids, I will not do it again. This was a time in my life, and it's over with now.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, but it's on you forever.
And that's okay. I mean, because
And you can remember. Yeah.
the Camino was a very spiritual process for me. And I take with it when I write stories, because the Camino, you walk with people sometimes the whole time, sometimes for just a day. Some people listen to all of your story, others you just listen to theirs. It's a real, it's
oh, that's, yes.
it's a powerful, very powerful to understand how God works through movement and through talking and different terrains that, just so many different types of people, so many different ages.
And what Betty Josephson, my next door neighbor, is that her youngest son is a staunch atheist. And
How could you be an atheist? I don't
well,
get
it's
it.
very easy. At any rate, finally his Catholic father-in-law, actually his father was Jewish, his mother wasn't raised particularly religiously, but they were Protestant background.
Well,
We've been friends and neighbors for how many years?
50.
wow. How nice that this has been your home. So for how many years? 50?
She's lived here like 65 or
Since 1965?
no, 54.
Since 1954? That's great.
Well, considering that I went to 6 different elementary schools, we were.
So you grew up here.
It's been a very nice.
What school did you
neighborhood.
go to? What grade school?
Bryant.
So all the kids went to Bryant.
Yeah.
And then what high school?
I went to Roosevelt and Franklin. I transferred to Franklin.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to have to get going so I meet my friend, but you have a lovely Shabbat tonight,
Thank you.
and I will, we'll just plan next Friday unless something
Okay.
happens.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, this is fun.
Sounds like that was a crazy